Hello everyone, I have something very important to tell you. It's Christmas! Christmas might be one of my favorite times of the year. I love getting together with friends and family and just having a good time.
It's June.
Oh my god, it's Baptism on Fire! Are you here to join me for my annual Christmas special?
It's still June, Dennis. Almost July.
Wow, now that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my Christmas gift to you. Jana the Killer. A story I forgot about for the longest time. Merry Christmas!
It's June!
Me, Nina, Lou and Jeff are brothers and sisters. Beautiful brown-haired and blue-eyed babies. It all started a long time ago, before I went insane. We were babies. Back then we were so happy and cheerful. Whoa, let me stop you right there. Is this story canon? Does it fit in with the extended Creepypasta cinematic universe? God damn it, this story is not lore-friendly!
Why is it so hard for these people to write original standalone stories? Why do these characters have to be part of the same interlocking collective narrative?
I'll never forget how much we did together. But then, for an unknown reason, our family got taken apart. Jeff and Lou stayed together, but me and Nina went to different families.
And what's with all these ellipses? It's not exactly making the story more dramatic. It just feels like I'm reading a story titled William Shatner the Killer. No, I don't mean you, Michael.
But the family I went to was an abusive one. When I was 15, they took me to some high school, where I made a bunch of friends. Sweet Christ, what a horrible, horrible family! They took you to school, where you made friends! I've never heard of a more terrible fate. There also were these girls that would bully me. I would oft stop them, but they had knives, and I felt if I tried to stop them they would kill me. Ha ha ha, but it was the other way around. Sick burn.
Whoa, all the pubescent school bullies are mafia bosses armed with knives. This really does take place in the same universe as Jeff the Killer.
Later that day, we had to go home early. No one knew why, but we did. After the normal bus ride home, I noticed something different. Something was in my room at my house. As I walked toward my room, I heard a voice, more like a whisper. It said, "She's coming. Hide." This is when I rushed to my bedroom door to find the window opened and my floor covered in clear liquid. Out of curiosity, I sniffed the liquid. Turns out the liquid wasn't what I thought it was. It was gasoline. You know, I don't even want to know what you thought that liquid was. I looked through the window to find two jerks standing there with a lighter in their hands. Jerks? Is that a new character?
It really wouldn't surprise me. We know as much about jerks as we do as any other character in this story.
They flicked on the lighters and threw them at my house. Before I knew it, my house burst into flames. Oh, things went from 0 to 100 real freaking quick there. So what, first they mug you and then they decide to burn your house down? Truly a realistic depiction of what children do in their free time.
Bullies are cruel, manipulative people. But surely at this point they should stop being referred to as simply those pesky jerks, and the author should start treating their character types as what they truly are. Arsonist attempted murderers!
The jerks ran away. Later, a girl that looked familiar too showed up my doorstep with a fire extinguisher in her hand.
I love how instead of just simply calling the fire brigade, she waits for some preteen girl to show up with a single fire extinguisher. You know, that'll do the trick.
Yeah, let me guess, is she gonna faint a billion times with the fire extinguisher and then pass it off as her being a courageous hero? Luckily for me, my front door was opened. It turned out that she had called an ambulance before she came to my house. The girl put out most of the fire, then she took one glance at me. Then she fainted. Called it! I don't remember much at the hospital, but the day when my bandages off, I was shocked at myself. I said, my skin, my hair. What the hell happened to me? Wait, who are we following now? The girl who fainted or the girl who was telling the original story? I'm confused. Skin was white like snow. My hair was pure black.
Yep, that's apparently how being burned works. You don't end up with painful, sickly sores all over your now disfigured body. You just turn into the stereotypical goth kid. My opinions on Nightmare on Elm Street might just be a tad different if Freddy spent the entire runtime just moping around complaining about conformists.
I remember nothing else, but I will tell you how I became insane. It was just a week after accident. The girl that saved came to my house. She said, "Hello? Is anybody here?" I replied and said, "We are upstairs. Come join us." She walked upstairs to me and no one else because they were behind me in a messy pile. Blood dripped everywhere. I killed them.
Okay, so if you're apparently not insane already, I don't know what you are.
The girl was in shock. Did you do that?" she said in a scared voice. "Yes. And what is your name?" I replied, looking like a psychopath. So in other words, you look just like a normal person. You do know that being a psychopath doesn't immediately equate to you being a cold-blooded serial killer, right?
Yeah, imagine how Psycho would play out if Norman Bates looked like a cartoonish clip-art mad scientist the entire movie. Psychopathy isn't exactly the wacky, over-the-top visual trope you apparently think it is. Exactly! Us psychopaths can look like normal members of society. Jeff, you're not allowed to say in this. You look like an emo Joker. Yeah, and you look like Chucky got fucked by Edward Scissorhands. That hurt.
Nina Woods. She stared at my face. I stared right back at her with tears coming down cheeks. Cheoks? Wait, are you by any chance Jana Woods? She asked with tears starting down her face. I am Jana Woods, I replied. Nina hugged me. I missed you, my sister. She cried in my shoulder and I cried in hers. Then Nina grabbed my arm and said, "We must leave. I don't want to see my sister in jail." We left my house. That's all I remember. I have several questions. First off, I never knew good old-fashioned murder could create such strong family bonds. Also, how did Nina find Jana so easily? If they were babies when they were separated, then how do they remember each other so clearly? Also, how was Nina not weirded out by the fact that her sister committed a bunch of unforgivable and gruesome crimes? What was the point of all of this? What even happened? You know, I'm not gonna get any answers, am I?
Wait, if Jana is related to Lou and Jeff as well as Nina, why in her story does Nina want to fuck Jeff?
Oh god. Well everyone, that was Jana the Killer. Now I know that we're all confused, slightly aroused, and also nauseated, but wasn't that a fun ride? No? Well, what am I supposed to do? This ain't a hotel. This ain't no goddamn restaurant. I'm not here to serve you. And if you don't like it, you can stick it up your—
But on the plus side, it is a very short story. Seriously, if you go look it up, it's literally just one paragraph. Although, I think it's a fair assumption to say that's due to the author not knowing how to format properly. As with all these stories, it's the exact same Jeff the Killer concept with the author's OC thrown into it. And as bad as that is, it works. Not as a coherent story or even any actual attempt at horror, but this character has gotten fan art, fan fictions, roleplays, and videos dedicated to her. Does that mean she's a well-respected character? No. The majority of fan works are tongue-in-cheek, and offer their own criticisms whilst not necessarily being disrespectful to the original author. I think it's rather sweet that such a quick, poor attempt at Jeff the Killer fanfiction of all things can be greeted with such attention that pushes the author in the right direction. This presumably young writer has been able to witness their character be brought to life by the internet, as well as having other creators encourage them to make much more original works. As silly as it may be, Jeff the Killer fanfiction may very well be their introduction to horror as a genre, and so I can only hope they continue to create and improve along their journey.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Whatever he said. Means I have less work to do. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this silly little collaboration. I sure had a good time.
Goodbye everyone, and thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you for Dennis for letting me be a part of this video on his channel. We did a similar one over on my channel. Shameless plug. Boo boo.
Make sure you go and check out Baptism on Fire. His channel is absolutely fantastic, and if you do, you'll also be able to see the two of us read Jana the Killer together. Again, thanks for watching. Stay awesome, everyone. Goodbye.